Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Pure Faith Podcast, a podcast where we discuss all things Bible. I am your co-host, Michelle, and this is my brother, Mitchell, and we are glad that you joined us this evening. We ask that you like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification icon to be notified when new episodes are released. And I say this evening because we are here Monday evening this week.
Evening.
Yes.
Not Thursday.
Not Thursday.
And this time it's my fault.
It is his fault. Usually it's my fault, but yeah, it's your fault.
It's been your fault lately.
I know, it really has.
Well, technically it was Daniel's fault.
It was. But technically I made the choice to be a part of the mothers group that was doing the event. I could have chose not to do those things.
Oh.
So, but I chose to do them.
You could have not told me that, and then I would have blamed Daniel.
Right, but I don't want to do that because it really was a choice, and I knew that we had some flexibility, even though when we do it on an off day, I'm totally off.
I'm really off too.
Yeah, I told Don, I'm like, I got Bible study tonight. He goes, on a Monday? And I'm like, yeah, I know, but Tuesday the church is already booked. And I said, and Mitchell has his surgery on Wednesday. So, and then we got the wedding this weekend. Like, we're really busy people.
Yeah.
So, and you go tomorrow already, right?
No, I go Wednesday.
Right.
Today's Monday. I do have to go
you
tomorrow.
You have to go get a COVID test
yes,
tomorrow.
I have to go get a COVID test tomorrow morning. And I have to go there to do it because it has to be done at their facilities. Which, whatever.
Right. So yeah, when this is released, though, you'll already be under the knife.
Oh, yeah. By the time this is released, I hopefully will be home.
Oh, I hope you are too. I really do.
Because last week's episode will be released tomorrow as of when we're recording this.
Oh, yes, that is right.
So this will be the following Tuesday night, Wednesday morning.
Right.
Yeah. So hopefully I will be home by then because that would have been a week and
yeah.
Hopefully I didn't stay in the hospital the whole week.
He will update you, but I'm sure he'll be home.
I don't know if I want to update you until the next episode. I don't know if I remember to get on.
Well, remember I told you that you were going to update I did watch the episode where I said you're going to update them about if they won or not, and you put they lost and like floating words down here. I'm like, that was good.
They lost.
They lost. Yeah, that's all right. But yeah, so we are getting into a busy week this week.
Yes.
Yeah. I just feel like I just told Mitchell when we were outside, I said, I feel like I never see you.
And I said, I feel like I see you too much.
Just remember, so yes, we recorded last week, I think on Thursday, our regular day.
Yes.
And then I watched the boys on Saturday. We went to church on Sunday. And we're here again on Monday.
That's a lot of days in a row.
It's a lot of days in a row. I'm not going to lie. I might be okay with not seeing you for a couple days.
You're the one's going.
But I am going to the hospital on Wednesday. Yes. So, Paige.
But the way Mom made it sound, you guys are driving up a little bit later.
We are. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Paige told me that that Teresa is keeping the boys and you guys are leaving first thing to be there for 6:30 on Wednesday morning. We figure that your procedure probably won't be until about 8:30 or 9. We don't even know.
I won't know till tomorrow.
Right. Oh, tomorrow, which is even better. So then we're going to plan to be there before you go into surgery, and then we'll stay with Paige. And then I told Mom either then I'll drive home and Paige and Mom can stay for a while, or Mom and I will come home, or all of us will come home. I have no idea, but I have a very important meeting at 6 p.m. that I cannot miss on Wednesday evening. It's my hair appointment.
Oh my goodness. I have a hair appointment tomorrow night.
Do you?
Yep. With my razor.
You have to shave your face and everything?
No.
You don't have to? I didn't know if you did or not.
No. If I was nice, I'd probably shave my belly, but
it's
I'll
not
let
happening.
Them do it.
Also, the procedure can take a little bit longer than it's supposed to because they have to shave.
3 hours. It's going to be 4 because I got a lot of shaving to do.
Maybe Paige will do it for you.
I think so. I'm pretty sure I can hear exactly what her response.
Believe me, I know the response too because Oh, Don's like, will you shave that patch on my back? Oh my gosh. No. Can't you reach it yourself?
I know better than to ask.
Oh, cracks me up.
So yeah, it's going to be like I said last week. Well, I guess for us it was only a few
Yeah,
days ago. Um, I'm not sure what God's plan is, what His will is for me in
right.
this. So there's a little bit of
Is it
uh,
uneasiness?
maybe little. I don't even know the right word to use because I trust whatever happened it's it is what it is. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to roll with it because it's
Yeah, it's
going to
God's
be what
will.
I assume what God's will is for me.
Right, right.
So I'm going to roll with it, but there's still a little bit of a, I don't know, just not knowing
So,
the.
do you, I mean, since you've been told, do you feel any different? Like,
Sometimes I think it gets in my head.
okay, that's what I wondered.
Um, like the day that I had my MRI, where they actually checked my kidneys,
Mm-hmm.
I was in a lot of pain that day.
Were you?
Like my kidneys were in a lot of pain,
Hmm.
but that's because they put this contrast. They
Mm.
shot me with this contrast during the MRIs to get better images, and that stuff is just
Hard
potent.
to,
Yeah, it's so that hurt that day, and then I haven't really had too many issues, but then like yesterday here at church, I started to feel like pain in my kidney area, and then after church, as I was waiting around, I started to get like a little bit of weak but I think I was just hungry because I didn't really eat
mm.
much for breakfast. So, but knowing my situation, it kind of gets in my head
Well,
and
see, and that's what, we were here, on Thursday, and you said you couldn't get warm, that it was you had a chill, and I'm like, I just think of all the things like Missy went through, and some of the things that happened. I was like, oh, he's got a chill, but it's really not that cold in here, and usually I would be the one that's chilled, and I'm like, I wonder if he's having any symptoms or
no, that was
anything.
just from work.
That was just from work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I only
and
I only keep the shop like 62 degrees.
oh, that's nice and chilly.
So when you're just standing around,
And it was damp that day, I think, too.
you can kind of get a little bit of chill. But normally I'm running around like a crazy man and I stay warm. Like today. I think Paige tried to kill me today.
Oh no.
She kept sending me work. You need this order, this
And
order, this
you
order, this order. This is
and you
backwards.
went in
This is backwards.
early
Yeah.
because I was seeing if you had come to the church yet, and I saw that you had been at the same location since 7:29, and I know you usually don't go to work till 9, so I was like, oh,
Oh,
you went in
that
early.
was after my breakfast. I was at work and then I left to go get breakfast. I went back to work and
Where'd you
then
get breakfast at?
I just went to the IJ.
Oh, don't tell me you got
I did
donuts.
get donuts.
Okay. I
Live like you're dying.
no.
This will be the last time I get donuts for a while.
Oh, but there's no. Paige was telling me that you said who's bringing me dinner every night in the hospital because you don't have to eat their food.
I don't know. I'm hoping. I mean, a man can wish, right?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was one of the things that she told me because I told her that I was going on Thursday.
I mean, if you want to stop and get me food,
Well, I'm not gonna get you donuts.
well, I don't want donuts.
Oh, okay. Even
I
though I
only get
did,
donuts once a week.
I did give you all those cookies, and I actually felt bad about giving you all those cookies, but I gave them to you. You're like dad. Dad always, he diabetic, and he's like, "Hey, you got some cookies?" And I was like, you're not supposed to have them." All right, here you go. Sucker. Such a sucker.
Hmm. I was too. That's okay.
Yeah. But we can, yeah, I'll go up there on Thursday. Maybe I'll bring you some food if they allow me to. I guess we'll have to wait and see what their
Yeah, I don't
rules
know. I
are.
don't know what the rules are going to be.
Yeah.
My guess is the first couple of days, no, but after that,
Now, one of the people I spoke to in regards to how your procedure is going to be because they're doing like laparoscopy, so is that how you say it?
laparoscopic.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
I don't know. But anyhow, they're making a couple incisions is what they're doing. They're not like cutting you open like old school
No,
to
they
do
do.
this.
They do have to make one incision big enough for the double-sized kidney to come out.
Yes, because the tumor is
It's about
the
three
same size as
quarters.
this.
It's 3/4 the size of the actual kidney.
So, and I don't really know what it is for healing for, having a kidney removed. But, this person was telling me that they had a similar procedure done, same way, and, theirs was, 3 to 5 days in the hospital, and they were gone within three. So, um, I don't figure you're gonna milk it for anything.
No, I'll be after day 2. I'll be twitching to get out of there. But all right,
Oh, shoot.
I got plenty of things I'm taking with me to keep me busy.
Really?
Yeah,
What's
well,
that?
I can do Bible study stuff.
Yes, you can. And that's what I was
Um,
thinking too. With nobody being there around the clock with you, that's fine because you can find things to do.
yeah,
You won't be bored.
but I'm also. I mean, I'm taking my mobile office with me.
Okay.
That's what I call my mobile office.
It's the same one you take to drill.
Yeah,
Okay.
and but then I can also do some work because I can um, draw parts
Oh.
and programs and for work.
Oh, even better.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't have enough vacation time
Hmm.
and we don't get sick leave.
Oh. Well, then at least you'll be able to log your hours.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But anyways,
Yeah. So, what else are you talking about tonight?
well, we can kind of continue on with what we were talking about last week. I'm a little more organized this
Oh,
week,
even better.
just a little more.
Even better. Love to hear it.
Um, as in, I did my notes last night instead of the 15 minutes before I walked in.
He was sitting in his car when I got here this morning or this evening, and I pulled up behind him. So I knew he was already here, but I didn't know what you were doing in your vehicle, so you weren't.
I would just opened up my notes and just read through the first few things,
Okay.
but it is what it is.
All
I
right.
still recommend the articles on
Oh,
purefaithliving.com.
okay.
Um, that will probably be like a lot of the basis for,
What you're talking about tonight?
well, over this next however many weeks we do this,
Mm-hmm.
um, because it is about, why bad things happen, and that's about, original sin and what sin is and how it affects our relationship with the Lord, and it just goes through all those steps, and it takes a progressive step forward to why bad things happen. And there's no way to be completely, cover everything, all the different scenarios of why something bad could happen. There's just way too much. And we don't know, we can't know why
Mm-hmm.
something bad is actually happening. Um, Typically, you can get an idea in hindsight, but while you're going through that scenario, like for me, going through this cancer, like I don't know why. I can speculate, I can make guesses,
Mm-hmm.
but until everything's said and done, until, enough time goes by that I can look back and be like, okay, I can see that this is what the Lord was doing and why he did it that way. But as of right now, I
You're
don't
in
know.
limbo.
Yeah, I'm in limbo. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
that's really my only, it's not even a fear, it's that uncertainty because I don't know what the next step is.
Mm-hmm.
And here in the next few days, things could go a lot of different directions. Um, Best case scenario, what I typically pray for, what I assume all my family's praying for, um, is that this cancer is completely removed.
Mm-hmm.
Surgery goes great. There are no cancer cells that escape and metastasize anywhere else,
Mm-hmm.
and everything's taken out. And yes, I'm still going to have to go through a few years of checkups and scans to make sure nothing is anywhere else. But, in the end, there'll be nothing left.
Right.
And all those scans are just going to keep coming back negative.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, then it could be like the same thing that happened to Missy, where some of the cells do get loose, metastasize somewhere else,
Right.
and then they're chasing the cancer all over my body, and it gets to the point where they can't keep up
Right.
and lead to my ultimate death. Or I can not even make it out of surgery.
You're right.
So there's a lot of different scenarios. So
Yes.
it's that uncertainty of not knowing what's going to happen, which, I mean, if I die, that's going to be the easiest thing for me.
Well, yeah. I
And it's
mean,
going to suck for everybody else.
yeah.
But
Right.
um, hopefully that doesn't happen.
Right.
So,
I can tell you, like, so some people may not know Missy's story as well. So, Missy was diagnosed with cervical cancer. And, and stating you saying like you could be like Missy's cancer. So, they went in and they did a full hysterectomy and they said, "We got it all, everything's good, you can ring the bell, you're cancer free." And she was good for a good while. And then it did, like Mitchell said, that the cells developed um in her hip joint. She had a lot of pain in her hip and she couldn't move real well. And I remember the day that she went back to the hospital, she didn't know that it was cancer, that her cancer was back. She was just in a lot of pain. And that day, she couldn't even walk to the vehicle. She had to crawl to the vehicle, and Dad took her to the hospital that day. She called to see who could take her, and Dad had said that she literally had crawled to the vehicle and crawled into the vehicle, like hands and knees crawled. I mean, she was in so much pain. And when we got down the hospital, he asked for me to come down, and I did. And we have found that the cancer had settled into her hip joint and had, and you wonder at that point, you're like, so is this still cervical cancer? And they say yes, that the cell was released and it developed in that area. So, it can happen. What like Mitchell's saying, he's got kidney cancer, that we are praying that they get every inch of the cancer out, every cell of the cancer out in this one procedure. But us as a family know that after a
it,
year's time,
it
that could
could go wrong.
change.
Yeah.
That could change. And, at that point, then you can, because Missy didn't do I don't think she did any treatment after she did her
Not after,
hysterectomy.
yeah, no, I don't think so. Not after that
It
first.
wasn't until after she had her second diagnosis that she had to start treatments.
Yes. At that point, yeah, that's when she did her chemo and radiation, and like I said, that's when they started chasing hers all over the place.
Yes.
Excuse me. And didn't even go up to her lungs.
I do not
I
remember
remember
it.
they had spots on her lungs they were concerned about, but I don't know if they ever determined it was actually cancer.
I don't remember that. I just remembered it being in her leg. And so when she did her radiation, when I took her to those appointments, they would take her to are you yawning?
Hmm. Long day. We talked about this earlier. Long day.
Anyhow, I took her in there, and what they did was, her radiation, because of where it is, was, right in her abdomen. So,
Yeah.
they would focus on that area, and so it would just be, I mean, eating at the insides of her at that point. So,
Yeah.
but also, you caught, well, I don't want to say Missy didn't catch hers early either. So Missy's was like almost divine as well. Okay, so also
Yeah.
just to give some back, I know that this is not where we were going with this, but this could help somebody else that's listening. So, Missy never had medical insurance. She worked at a doctor's office. She didn't have medical insurance. If she needed something, the doctors were there. She wasn't quick to go to the doctor. Um, you know, in November, I can't remember what year it was, Missy and Chip eloped. They flew to Vegas. They took a couple of friends with them. We did not know that they were getting married.
2016.
Was it 2016?
It was right
Okay.
before Paige and I got married.
Okay, so they went and they eloped, and they did the whole Vegas thing, and we got to see pictures at Christmas. They waited until Christmas. Oh, it
Thanksgiving.
was Thanksgiving.
They told us at
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
they did tell us at Thanksgiving, and so they um shortly after that, then so Missy's then on Chip's medical insurance, and she's like, okay, well, I guess I should go and get some tests done. And once you know that as soon as she got on medical insurance is when they found her cancer. I mean, good, bad, or indifferent. It's just like it's almost like a smack in the face. Like
Yeah.
you now have medical insurance. She never felt, to my knowledge, she never felt bad. She never had anything that was telling her that that there was something. But then again, you didn't either. I mean, you were trying to catch something, you just didn't know what it was. But it wasn't until she went and had medical insurance that she went to her, gynecologist and had exams done. And next thing you know, she's got diagnosed with cervical cancer.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it can work in the wildest ways on how you how
Yeah.
you how you find it.
So hopefully mine's going to be after the first step. They just take it out and it's gone, and I
Yes,
don't have to go through all the stuff that Missy went through.
right, right.
But again, it's not up to me.
It is not. It is not at all.
It's not up to me. It's
And
not
we
about
we
me.
do, we pray for your medical staff and all the doctors and the nurses and all the people at the hospital, if from here on out, because it's not just Wednesday.
No. Wednesday is
It's
just the
Wednesday's the
first
start
step.
of it.
Yeah.
I mean, mind you, actually, a month ago was the first day. We
Yeah.
pray for these doctors and these nurses now because they're putting together a plan on
Yeah.
how, to get this cancer out of you. And then it's, the follow-up appointments. And, we want to make sure they have clear eyes that they, can stay focused on seeing what they're supposed to see and, the knowledge and the wisdom that the Lord gives them so that way they can, medically take care of the illness that you have, that listen to what God's saying to them. And you're talking about, this might be for somebody else. This whole thing could be happening for your doctors, for
Could
your
be. Could
nurses.
be.
It could be something, and I've not met them, but it could be something that that's for them, the wisdom of God that that what He's giving them to operate on you.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just so many ways to look at it.
I could just be a trial case for them to go through this
Right,
procedure, and then somewhere down the road they're going to have another case, and they can look back at mine and be like,
right.
"This is what we did. This is what went right. It's what went wrong. It's what we could do better,"
hmm
and it would help somebody else down the road because of it.
And I look at it this way: you're going through the VA.
Yeah.
And right there, I think is one of the things that we're looking at for this. I don't know how many people could be listening or watching that could be involved as a veteran of,
The military,
of our military.
armed forces.
Thank you. But this could be helping somebody there too, because with all the things that went on overseas, which of course I was not there, but you hear about all these things and all these sicknesses and all these things that are going on with our vets. It's like, okay, so maybe this too is for the good of the veterans.
Yeah, and to go off that, the whole reason why I was going through these processes is because I do have things wrong with me,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not major things like cancer. I didn't realize I had cancer.
Right.
Um, I was trying to get some of these other stuff kind of documented, and at this point in time, my current issues, my biggest issues, they are not recognizing as service related when I know for a fact it's service related. And so it's getting all this stuff documented and in line, and getting all your ducks in a row. That way I can take it to and be like, this is service related, and all my other issues kind of stem from this first issue, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I said it in a past episode that now this cancer is also potentially service related because
Mm-hmm.
of the stuff that I was exposed to while overseas. Um, so
And it's so weird because I don't watch a lot of TV. I do not watch a lot of TV. I've been watching a little bit of TV lately, and it seems like that's the commercial you always see. If you're a veteran, I don't know, it's always
oh
one of those, you
yeah,
know, commercials that are, if you were diagnosed with this, or if you would have that, or if this, if you were deployed overseas during this time and you have this, or kidney cancer. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Just in the last week. And I'm like, okay.
Well, you know what I find sad about that? Is that I'm old enough that I actually applied to those things. See, back when I was younger, I'd be like, yeah, that's not me. Those were the old timers.
That's for the old
Well,
guys.
I guess I'm the old timer now.
Well, you're getting there, aren't you?
Well, in military terms, yes, I am. I got over 20 years of service, so I'm
Yes. Yeah.
an old timer in the Army.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. But yeah, no, I mean, just like I said, just all of the things that are going hand in hand with all of it, and the things that you don't realize, you didn't realize a month ago, and now you're seeing it and seeing how things are working. It's very different. It's very different. So
How
yeah,
much time
I
do we
got about
have?
3 minutes.
Oh, so I guess we're probably not going to get to my notes.
Sorry.
You're not sorry.
But you really said it depends on how much talking we do.
Yeah. Which we did more talking than I thought we were going to.
But you're surprised. Are you? That I was able to talk this entire 30 minutes?
Well, no, I'm not surprised that you could talk.
But again, the information that we're giving you guys also is, information that we firsthand have.
Yes.
The stuff that we have experienced.
Yes.
And real quick, I did want to bring this up. In church on Sunday, pastor said that you need to find your internal peace to be a peacemaker. And
Yeah,
I
remember
really have, like, with all of this, like, I feel at peace, with Missy's passing and with Dad's passing. There's ups and downs. There's a lot of grieving. It's a roller coaster, like most people say. But you do find your internal peace. And I'm like, I was listening to him, and I'm like, I actually think I'm gonna be a peacemaker this year. We have a lot going on, but we
Yeah.
found our peace. We know where we at. We
Yeah.
know what the Lord's doing for us. We know how He's working in our lives, and we are at peace with all of it. And what we want to do is bring peace to you. We want to bring peace to the people who are listening, who are watching. And if there's ever anything that we can answer, I think that we can try.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been through a lot of things.
Yeah. Just send us a message.
Yeah.
Send us, go to purefaithliving.com/contact, and you can fill out that little form and send us a question.
Yeah. And you'll
And we'll be
also
happy.
find on there the articles
That's true.
that Mitchell wrote, and then there's other articles on there too that you maybe take the time just to read, and maybe one of them can help you out.
I kind of want to start writing articles again.
Noah's mentioned that he would like to start writing articles again.
The reason I stopped was because of Ephraim.
You're blaming your child?
Yeah. Having to get up at all hours of the night.
Yeah, I know, right?
So,
But
but
then
now
you try to put him in his own bed, and you're still probably up all hours of the night. He's so cute.
So last night, so 2 nights ago, Saturday, you had the boys.
I did.
And, Ephraim took a short nap when he was at your house.
He did.
And then we took him home and we tried to put him down for a normal nap, and he wouldn't fall asleep. So he fell asleep late for his nap. And so then he got up late, obviously. Well, then we went to go put him down for bed for the night. And he is in a transitional bed now. But we only have one bedroom on our main floor, and then the rest of the bedrooms are upstairs. So he's still on the main floor. So he's just out in like our sitting room type thing. Well, several times we tried to put him down, and then he'd get up, walk into our room because we're folding clothes or doing whatever in our room, Paige and I, and he just walks in and he was just wired. Well, last night he did it again. He only did it once last night, but he walked in and he just like screamed, threw his arms up big and wide. He's like, "Here I am!" And it's like, oh my goodness, I couldn't help but laugh.
He's so funny. When he was at our house on Saturday, he's kind of leery of Uncle Don yet. Like he likes him, he doesn't like him, he's not sure. And Don, of course, when they're little like that and they walk really fast, they walk like orangutans. I don't know, something. He was
Awkwardly.
he was he was coming out of the bathroom and Ephraim was on the floor and he was walking to me and Don made some really loud tapping noises and boy did he put his arms up and he was going real fast. And he's got his belly. Oh, I tell you what, we crack up so much when they're little like that running with their big bellies. So oh, but they were good as gold on Saturday. Like the last Saturday that I watched them, they were not good as gold. But this time they were really good. I had such a good time with them. So anyhow, our time's out. All right. There's our Ephraim stories, but that's why Mitchell stopped writing, and so now Ephraim's in his own bed, and then he's going to go upstairs soon, and he's going to be able to sleep with his brothers, and Mitchell's going to have lots of time to start writing again.
Theoretically.
We'll see what happens. So anyhow, we thank you for joining us. Please leave a comment on this video or go to our contact page at purefaithliving.com and send us a message. And as always, if you like what you hear, then we ask that you share this show with others so we can all work together in spreading the good news of Jesus Christ. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will talk to you again next time.
Have a blessed day, everybody.